Now, yes, we're growing into it, and we discuss this a lot. When a child is born, it's not going to drive a car. It's not going to go hunting. It can't compete with Andy and his fishing, you know. It just can't do those things yet. But it'll grow. It's complete, it's perfect, it's fine, it's 100% human. It will grow into a fine human being. But it will grow. And that's the same for each and every one of us. We have been perfected. We partake of the divine nature. But we're growing. And just like any child or toddler that's learning, they try to walk and they fall, and they try to walk and they fall. You know, we don't beat up the child for it falling. We must give that grace to ourselves and give our space to grow into what's true about us. Good. And I'll say this for me, I mean, I'm not a big striving person. I've kind of done away with that. There are a lot of problems I have. You know, there's a lot of issues in my life. But this is how I deal with it. I say, I trust the seed of Christ in me. I say, Lord, okay, for a while I was very impatient. People would come at me, I kind of snap at them a little bit. I said, Lord, I see this in my life, and I'll tell them, I say, I see this impatience, I don't know what that's about. But Father, I trust you to deal with this, because you are the seed and the root. I'm just a branch. I can't produce fruit. Fruit comes from the root, which is Christ. And all I could do is hold the fruit. You produce everything. So I said, Lord, this is what's happening in my life. I trust you. And that's a dangerous place, because you really have to trust God. And I was sharing with the guys, you know, I struggled with pornography for many years. And I'd done everything. All the praying, the fasting, the deliverance, the accountability groups, and, you know, the get away from the cabin. You go off far away and get away from it. And I did everything, guys. And one day, I can't preach this anywhere else, but I think you guys understand a lot about where I'm coming from. One day I stood up and I said, Lord, I obviously don't really want to be free from this. I should be. But I know I have a desire for it, and I'm not really willing. So I said, if you really want me free of this, you have to change my desires. Because I can't fight myself. I can't fight if in my heart I really want it, and I'm just saying it with lip service that I don't. I'm not being real, and nothing's going to happen. So I told the Father, I said, I'm not even going to fight this. I'm going to trust you. If you want me free of this, you got to change the desires of my heart. And it was pretty intense for me. I would be driven to watch porn. I'd be somewhere and I'd think, I gotta get home, right? And that was it. That was all I did. And I watched it when I wanted, and if I didn't watch it, it's fine. And I just went on as if nothing had happened. 2 weeks later, the addiction broke. There was no more drive. There was no more compulsion. But I still had a habit. Even though I didn't feel that need to watch it like I did. I didn't feel that compulsion. I've just been doing it for so long. There was a habit now. And that took a little while to come out. And then just one day, it's like, I don't want to see this. Click. I did nothing in that. There's none of me in that story. What is that? That is the seed of Christ that is growing up in me. And as it grows, it breaks off the parts of me that are not me. And that's hard, guys, because if you really don't, you have to trust Him to do that.